Greetings, future masters. Well, let's see. Check. Rook f8 check. Trying to get this guy inconvenienced. That'd be very inconvenient for him, to say the least. King g5, f4 check would be kind of devastating. King here, you're going to get mated, dude. Or something bad is going to happen, one of the two. Oh yeah, king to g4, f3 check, you lose. So check, king to e5, loses this. Rook f8 check, king to e6. We have, well, good question. Oh man, the e6. We could check him, king to d6. What does that do? We have rook checks here. We are driving this guy badly. I'm thinking it is queen to h3 check. Because we're just driving him. Yeah, he sees that I was correct. We're driving him. All right. Yeah, what I saw here was queen checks, which prevents him from going to d7. So king d6, if that's where he goes, we check him again. He cannot interpose. We have two attackers there. King c7 would be queen to c8 check. It's just all kinds of ugly. You know, his king is in the center, and so you know instinctively, you've seen enough that this is bad. And a lot of times what you have to do is you have to check him with your queen on diagonals, some cases, to prevent the retreat square. You know, bishop checks on diagonals are more obvious to see than a queen check. But, you know, good problem. Test your might, as we say. Oh, look at this guy. Well, the key thing is, well, knight to e4. Okay, I see the point. Knight to e4 forces king e7. Rook d1 check, king to c7, or even e8. And ha ha, he runs away. You cannot exploit the pin. So, that is true, but I'm trying to think. Knight e4, king e7, f4. I mean, that sounds good, but he's got h6. Oh, no, I have that. Yes, it's correct. Knight e4, king e7 forced because it's 2-on-1. f4, h6, bishop h4, g5, f takes. Or actually, is it knight takes first, bishop takes, f takes? Good question. Well, this is the move. That's all that matters. And so is this. Now, the sequence is the key. Yeah, that's it. It's F takes E. He takes the bishop. I pawn fork him, guarded by rook and knight. Crunch. Rook check, but he could play king to here. I can play E3. Pawn takes. Pawn takes. You can still go bishop F1. All right. Let's look at this for a second. We're a bishop down. We can't be willy-nilly trading pieces. So E3, F takes E to F, D takes E. Which threatens checkmate, except that he's got a bishop there. So, as we expected. Now we can pawn fork this guy. Bishop takes, pawn takes, king takes, whatever. Not really good for us. Oh, nasty. Yeah. The threat here was going to be rook takes bishop, pawn fork. Doink. So, now, check is no good. E2, you lose. There's no, after he checks me, I attack his rook, and then you're screwed, buddy. 26-76, cakewalk. Look at this guy. Queen takes free rook. I'm like, really, dude? Queen takes free rook. My gut reaction off the top of my head was knight takes e6 check. Pawn takes. And then what is the question? I don't have any more checks. Oh, I mean, I have one check, sorry. Queen to h8 check. But that doesn't really work. Oh, we have queen to... No, we don't have that. Check, 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 takes, queen checks. If he goes king to f7, what the heck do I do? We're an exchange down, that's for sure. He's also threatening my knight, that freak. So, now this is a toughie. Knight takes, pawn takes. Oh, well, it's not. Yeah, knight takes, pawn takes, rook to e1. I'm threatening queen checks. I mean, we have, rook to e1, queen takes knight, queen h8, king e7, queen takes c8. You're not here to restore material balance. Man, I'm telling you, it's knight takes e6, f takes, rook to e1, threatening to do that check. And even worse, play bishop to g6. Another nasty move. don't think rook d1 is the move, so I guess not. Now, but that's my gut reaction. Okay. What do we play? Knight f5 check? We just play queen takes knight. Pawn takes? See, this is the thing. They do stupid stuff like this where he plays the stupid moves. Really? Queen takes. You play bishop takes queen. He's got rook takes your queen. So now you just check. And this is so easy. If I knew what stupidity they were going to play, I could play these moves faster. It's stupid. That move is dumb. I'm over here trying to beat his best moves, not beat the trash he's going to play. Because I thought queen checks, king e7. I didn't even think about this because he could just play king f6. Oh, he can't play king f6, sorry. Queen takes knight. You can't take the queen. Bishop takes queen. Rook takes your queen. And then what? I mean, queen takes knight. You have no checks. Queen takes knight for black. And then what are you doing now, Bobby Fischer? You know, queen takes knight. He plays queen takes rook. I guess. I don't know. So if you want to do that, and then, you know, you're back to material equality, he's not getting destroyed. I don't know, man. I don't, you know, E takes F5 to me is double question marks. I can beat every double question mark move that they want to throw at me. And so can any other 1200 player probably. This is ridiculous. That is absolute trash. That problem is garbage. Okay. Now we've got to come back from that garbage. He's stranding queen c2. So what do we do about this guy? That is a good question. Yeah, well, that would not do it, unfortunately. Oh, well, that is craziness. That might actually be good. I'm looking at knight e5, queen takes, knight takes check, king up, queen takes, king takes, and then forkola. No, I can't do that. He's got queen c2 check, right? But that move is mate. It's not mate because he'll just take my rook and guard that. You freak. Man, knight e5 looks so good. I almost played that move. I don't know. What about queen to e5? Checks, I go up, he takes, queen takes rook. You're in bad shape, baby. Not necessary. Yeah, you're in bad shape because I'm going to play that. Crunch. Knight d7 or knight f7. They're both very ugly moves. Actually, knight d7 is just devastating. Pretty good. 4 to 5. You can't argue with that, right? That move was just that was wrong. E takes f5, double question mark. I'm sorry. What was this one? I mean, this was 2500. This was 2547. This one was 2676. Good endgame problem. And this one was that queen to e5 this queen to e5 was one of those kind of simplification ideas. A little more advanced. If he plays queen checks, king goes up, queen takes knight, queen takes rook, threatening this, king g8 is or queen to b4, whatever. Those are basically forced moves. And then queen to c8, threatening to just queen. What was this one? This one was, oh yeah, that was the killer diagonal check. That's the best way to describe this one. He's just out in the open where he doesn't want to be, naked to the world. Queen h3 check, the only move. This is the only winning move. Because we're just, he's in a bad position. He needed to be, down there on g7 with his queen back here. So terrific, terrific construction of the problem because that move was not obvious. This is another one. Let's look at this endgame again real quick. We're a bishop down. And our main thing is that these pawns present both a mating threat as well as a queening threat. So it didn't take me long to get the idea we have to mobilize that e-pawn. Because right now you're threatening check with e2 winning the bishop and more. So the key part would be kind of based on my dad's old bishop line. Well, you have a light square bishop, I'll just go in the dark squares. That e3 pawn is a devastating pawn, controlling those squares that bishop cannot touch. He's completely impotent. His only move, and the lower ranked player says, I'll e2 pawn fork him. But you recognize that now he's in Zugzwang right here. There's nothing he could do. Every move that white plays absolutely loses, not because it's a bad move, it's because he doesn't have a good move. He's staring down the barrel of rook takes f1 check and then pawn fork. So he has to move the rook out of the pawn fork. And then I just, he's pinned, so he just capitalized on the pin. Nothing he could do. Rook to e7 check, king f6. Nothing you could do. So, terrific, challenge. It's not obviously winning. It looks bad for black, actually, on the surface. So, great problems. As I say, it's a miniature 5-game tournament. I went 4 out of 5. And that problem that I missed was a terrible problem because he played a garbage move that I did not assume that he would play. So I'm happy. Can't complain. Like the video. Tell me what you thought of it. Subscribe and get more gold. You guys know what to do. I'll talk to you later.